The Director General says he has confidence in his teams and is positive that the national broadcaster will pull off the coverage successfully.
The Saturday is a rather confined event that will be happening within a setting. It's one that where we have comfort because everything is controlled. That's the setting. The one that we had to put a little bit of time, we just discussed it this morning, is the Sunday, where the actual funeral is happening. Remember, there will be that procession as well, from the Independence Stadium up to Heroes Acre. Now, part of what we've been doing is there is a floor plan idea, which we've plotted to say that as this will be going through and going up to the final resting place, we will have presence in this studio. We most probably will have presence at all the airports, the two main ones. And then we will have presence at CASA. We will have to have presence at the Independence Arena. And then, of course, along the way as we are moving. And also ultimately at Heroes Acre. And that takes a bit of thinking to make sure that you do have that seamless narration and running of what we have.
All radio stations, he says, will also be airing all events that will unfold from Friday to Sunday live. Similo also added that the NBC will work hand in hand with the Ministry of Information and Communication Technology and other local media entities to ensure full coverage.
I was sitting with the main teams discussing particularly the upcoming Saturday and Sunday, indicating that, look, MICT is there. They also have technical equipment. Let's have chats with them as well, so that we can get the overall national feel to that as well. And we are also speaking to the NMH group as well, because they also run their own station as well. And that given that the issue around the late was for everybody, we felt that, well, let's take hands, let's make sure that
so
things
the collaboration with the private sector media houses.
Yes, it's there.
He revealed that the NBC is working with MultiChoice to avail signal across Africa for coverage.
Within the region, all those countries that have access to MultiChoice, on Saturday and coming Saturday and Sunday, we will open up the signal via DSTV MultiChoice.
That's not for the rest of Sub-Saharan Africa, outside of SADC.
Yeah, and no, within SADC. Yeah, because remember, if I'm not mistaken, I think their footprint goes as far as Nigeria. But for entities outside the footprint of what MultiChoice is covering, we're setting up a separate element of connectivity, which we will also then announce as early as Thursday. So we've already had some private stations within South Africa as well, checking, and others abroad asking how this will do. So technically, all of that is currently in place for us. So we will be able to make sure.
This is expected to increase the national broadcaster's audience in the region.
Within SADC alone, I think population size is close to 390 million.
Yes.
So if we take an effect of 30% of them watching, you're looking at 150 million people that can tune into that on the day within SADC. If you then take the continental number, I think we are about 1.4 billion people on the continent. And you take the same percentage, we're looking at close to about 440 million that potentially can log on to the day and be part of what we are doing. Not even taking into account the off spins that would be coming from any other person who's outside the continent itself. So we're easily looking at close to most probably 500 plus numbers in terms of those that will have access.
And that is just on terrestrial television. I mean, that excludes the online.
Yes, that excludes, because from our end, we will be streaming the service live on NBC Plus. We will also be streaming it live on the YouTube platforms as well.